Hey Bride Tribe, Khloe here with Wildflower Wedding Planning. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am actually in Roswell, Georgia right now with Christina and Jeremy at the 5th and May Salon. Today we're going to talk about 3 ways and 3 things to factor when you are choosing the perfect bridal hair. So Christina, you've been in the business for a while. Tell us a little bit about your background and kind of what got you into being excited about bridal hair.
Okay, weddings are what actually led me into this industry, and we don't do them that much because we're busy in there behind the chair. And so I kind of threw Jeremy into weddings now because I'm like, hell, there's brides everywhere. But I wanted to do wedding hair, I wanted to do makeup, I wanted to be a big part of their day. That made me excited to think somebody like a hairstylist can have such a big part of somebody's life. Yeah. You really do hold a lot of weight when it comes to hair and makeup and just keeping the bride calm and going with the flow, being able to adapt to what they need. I just loved that.
And Jeremy, tell me a little bit about your background.
So I've been doing hair for about 2 years, and I was kind of thrown into it for about a year or half a year in, 6 months in. And Christina literally just gave me the reins. I was like, all right, we're doing wedding hair now.
Diving a little bit more into bridal hair, there's so many things out there with Pinterest and with the Instagram, and there's so many ideas. How do you help your brides find the right style for them?
So yeah, we start by asking them what kind of dress they want or what kind of dress they think they want to have, and we consider the neckline with it, whether it's a halter neck or whether it's plunging, and then we move on to how the weather is in where they want to have their wedding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if it's super hot, you might want to consider having something off your neck, not having everything down, so that way you're not drenched in 2 minutes.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. So definitely the dress, that's a huge factor.
Yes.
Obviously, if it's in the winter months, the climate is a big factor as well. If it's going to be at the beach, you have to consider humid hair. Right. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. So that's 2 big ones. That third one we talked about was just basically making them feel comfortable on the day of. It's something that applies to their everyday style.
Right.
So
a big question we always ask them, before we even start, no matter what they think they want, is when do you feel most beautiful? Because a lot of times the brides come in and they have this Pinterest updo picture, and it's this elaborate romantic style, and their hair's down to their waist, wavy, they hardly brush it, and we're like, how do you normally wear your hair? And they're like this. And I'm like, how does your future husband like your hair? Like this. So why would you wear your hair like that? And so we try it, and 9 times out of 10 they don't like how they thought they would. Right. So we just try to keep them in their comfort zone, because everything else in that day is so stressful. It's our job to make sure they feel good when everything else is just chaotic.
Yes, and starting the day with hair and makeup. So this is the start of the day. Your role is so important.
Yeah.
So meaningful. So tell me a little bit about some common mistakes that you see brides make pertaining to bridal hair.
I think, in my opinion, the biggest mistake is that they try to do everything to please everybody else and not what they feel most comfortable with. A lot of times they're either doing something for the mother-in-law, their mom, or their sister. Right. Those 3 people play a big part in a bride's day for some reason, more than the future husband. Which, I don't know why, but they're like, well, my mom really wants me to do this, or my mother-in-law really hates my veil, or my sister says I should not wear it down. And so I just always say, well, what do you think? Right. And they're like, well, I want it down. I'm like, you wear it down. And then I'm like, do you want a veil? No, then you don't do a veil. And so we're just kind of their soundboard to give them the confidence they need to do what they want. So I think the biggest mistake is not doing what they want.
Yeah, because like we said earlier, it's all about you and what makes you feel most comfortable.
Right.
You've stressed out for sometimes a year about your whole wedding. Today is the day where you want to feel confident and just be yourself and be your best self.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if you want to read more about 3 things to consider when choosing your bridal hair, then check out the article associated with this video. Bye, guys.